In Unit 3, Learning Set 2, you're going to learn about loans, and the objectives for this learning set are to read monthly payments from a table, compute monthly payments using a formula, and compute finance charges on a loan. In this first video, we will be going over monthly payments from a table. So on the screen right now is an example of monthly payments per $1,000 of principal, and it will be used for examples 1 and 2. So the table is listed by monthly amounts for each 1,000 borrowed. So for example, if you had a 2-year loan at 8.5% interest, you would follow the yellow 2-year column until it met up with the blue row of 8.5%. So that would mean your monthly payment would be $45.46 for each $1,000 of the loan. So in this first example, we want to figure out what is the monthly payment for a $4,000 loan with an APR, annual percentage rate, of 8.5%. So the first thing we want to do is figure out our monthly payment. So if we pull over the table and we look, it's a 2-year loan, so we want to look at the 2-year column in yellow, and then we want to meet up with the 8.5%. So for each $1,000, the monthly payment is $45.46. So we want to times it times the number of thousands. So if the loan is for 4,000, then 4,000 divided by 1,000 gives us 4. So that means there are 4 sets of $1,000 in the loan. So we would multiply that times that, and that would give us our total monthly payment. When we multiply it out, that would be $181.84. So Juan is borrowing $41,000 for 5 years at an APR of 6.5%. What is the monthly payment? So first off, how many thousands are there in the loan? So we would take 41,000 divided by 1,000. So there would be 41 times whatever the monthly payment is. So now we want to look at the monthly payment. So we're looking at a 5-year loan with an APR of 6.5%. So pulling out the table again, we have a 5-year loan, and then we want to go until we get to the 6.5%, which is the first row. So that means $19.57 is what our payment is going to be for our monthly amount. Multiply it times the number of thousands, which we figured out already is 41. And our final total monthly payment would be $802.37. So what is the total amount of monthly payments for $4,000, a 2-year loan with an APR of 8.5%? So what this means is how much, after I pay all my monthly payments, have I actually paid back on my loan? So first thing is we look from example 1 and remember that our monthly payment was $181.84. A 2-year loan would be 2 years, and there's 12 months in each year, so that means there was 24 months of payments. So to calculate the total amount of monthly payments, we would take the monthly payment of $181.84, multiply it times the number of months we are paying, which is 24, and we would have a total monthly payment of $4,364.16. So in this check your understanding, the total of monthly payments for a 5-year loan is $7,171.20. The APR is 7.25%. How much money was originally borrowed? So we're going to kind of work backwards to figure out how much money was borrowed. So the first thing we want to do is figure out how many payments did we actually make. So it was a 5-year loan. So 5 years times 12 months means we had 60 months of payments. We want to take those total monthly payment amount, which is what we figured out right here, the $7,171.20, divide it by the number of months we are actually making a payment to calculate what our payment is per month. So that would be $7,171.20 divided by 60, and that would give us a payment per month of $119.52. So now we want to look at what is the payment per month for each $1,000. So it is a 5-year loan, and our percent is 7.25%. So 5 years, we'll go to the 5-year column and then go to the 7.25%, and that winds up being $19.92. So with a 5-year loan with a rate of 7.25% is $19.92. So now you want to take what the payment is per month and number 2 and divide it by what the payment is per month for each $1,000. So that would be $119.52 divided by $19.92, and that would give us $6,000 amounts. So then the last step would be multiplying 6 times 1,000. So that means we borrowed a total of $6,000. So now we want to find the finance charge for a 4,000 2-year loan with an 8.5% APR. So from the example 2, we figured out that the total monthly payment was $4,364.16. So you would take your total monthly payments, which in this case is $4,364.16. You would subtract the original loan amount of $4,000, and that would give us what our finance charge is, which is $364.16. And the finance charge is pretty much very similar to interest. Sometimes you get a flat finance charge rate, and sometimes the finance charge is based on a certain percent.